Hi, and welcome to this episode. I did a comparison of the Arturia CS80 with my hardware CS80 and got very nice feedback from it. And people were asking, can you do with other hardware? Since now I happen to have a Jupiter as well, and there is also a Arturia Jupiter plugin. Now, a few things. I got the feedback that there is actually a CS80 V4 of the Arturia, which I didn't know. And in this case, I did take the V4 version of the Jupiter. So, we've got that settled. What was also the case is that I think I didn't fully explain how it worked. Actually, what I do while I'll play the sound examples, a recording of the real hardware Jupiter and the software Jupiter, and sometimes the A version is the hardware, and sometimes the B version is the hardware. So that's how it works. Just like last time, I'll make a Google form so you can actually test and see what happens. And that's about it. So, well, one last thing, though, is that the Jupiter plugin actually is stereo, and the Jupiter isn't stereo. You can get some sort of stereo effect if you use the 4-voice dual setting, but that's not what I did because that's not a true comparison. So I added a spread plugin to the hardware version. There are some guys, talking about guys, I checked the demographics of my channel, and I think with the exception of a few ladies, it's all guys. But anyway, there are some people out there with some really good ears, and they will probably hear where I used the spread. So it will be as simple, in this case, a simple quiz for them. But anyway, without further ado, first sound, strings, of course, strings, pads. So is the A version the hardware version, or is the B version the hardware version? The second sound. There I used a actually quite famous use of the Jupiter, which is the entry of Save a Prayer by Duran Duran. Here I did add the delay because you really need that to get the effect. So, and also here, a version from the Arturia and a version from the Jupiter, where I have to say that I had quite some difficulties to get the sound right, to be honest, between you and me. But anyway, listen to it. Sound number 3, again a well-known use of the Jupiter, the Miami Vice theme done by Jan Hammer. What is interesting is I saw some copies where people actually play a cover of it, and they very nicely programmed the bass. And what I found out, and I think I'm right, is that the whole arpeggio line is actually random, which I find really curious and really interesting. So that's what I did here as well. I played the arpeggiator on both the instruments, the plugin and the hardware version. And let's see who is A and who is B. sound number 4, also I can say some sort of signature Jupiter sound with the D tuned in 5th of a solo sound. Lovely sound, really nice. And again, everything is without effects, but if you put a little of delay and reverb on it, it really comes to life. Also here I play a short version on the hardware and a short version of the plugin. So what do you think? Who's A, who's B? Last, but certainly not least, a very nice warm brass sound. Also something that the Jupiter is well known for. You can get those really nice, warm, full brass sounds. And they're not exactly right. It's really difficult to get them right. The way the plugin works versus the hardware is slightly different. But still, I think it's a good, it's both are warm brass sounds, and it's the last sound. I didn't do any effects. I took the usual suspects: A string, a brass pad, a solo, a bass sound, and well, enjoy it. And as just like last time, as I said, there is a Google form where you can fill in your answers. So have fun, and see you later.